Well, guys, we were sitting right here in the van trying to kind of figure out where this free spot is right across the park here, and we saw this guy getting in his truck, and next thing you know, the van attracts a lot of attention. You know that. So he's looking at the placards, so we rolled down the windows, and he's like, what's going on? So we told him about the YouTube channel, and he's doing some stuff here at the gallery, invited us to go inside, so we thought we might as well bring you with us. This is the Morris Grand Gallery right here in Hot Springs, South Dakota. Looks like this building's been here since 1911. I mean, right there on the cornerstone says right there. But I guess you're having a gallery here today.
It was originally built for an opera house.
Oh wow!
This town was like they called it the gem of the West, the jewel of the West.
Mm-hmm.
People from all over the world come here for the water. Unfortunately, now some of them are under parking lots.
Oh wow!
And it's madness.
It's madness.
It's just
They just taking it back and just tearing it apart. Like this is probably all frontage here.
Right here, that used to be a railroad coming across.
I kind of figured this was a railroad because they run the railroads right next to the streams and the lakes or in the waterways. And this, I could tell they built all this up, what, 60 years ago? Something like that, probably?
1880s.
Oh, really? I mean, but like these extra parts here. Oh, really? That far back?
1880s.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah, just like, what was it, 1888? So what is that, 4 years after the Little Bighorn?
Mm-hmm.
And then 1876.
So,
Like that. Anyway, this was originally built as an opera house.
gotcha.
You paid a dime, 25 cents for the
Wow.
big shows. And this was this whole city was just like the heavy metropolis.
This was the hub. This was your big city, no?
It was what's the thing the word I'm looking for? It was like all the latest fashions and everything was right here. You get them from people come all the way from Europe just to come here and soak in the healing waters.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the word I was looking for, but anyway, this is the gallery.
All right.
Come over here.
The Oasis.
I can't have Mars on pump up the volume.
Unfortunately not, guys. You know how the
Because I was rocking
copyrights
out
are.
to 80s all day long.
Wow. Let's take a little walk up here, guys. Check that out.
Some other stuff I do.
Very
That's
nice.
on the buffalo hide that is a historical reproduction of a Sioux pictograph. I mean, it's actually not a reproduction from an actual one. It's I've done them for so long that this is my
Rendition of it.
yes, my rendition of it.
I think that's probably the proper word, right? Like, all right,
So
beautiful.
it's not taken from an actual one. This is my compilation of, it's a battle scene between the Sioux and the Crow.
Very nice.
So,
Oh,
So
wow.
this is
We
the
have a...
studio. This is what I do. This is what I'm working on right now.
Wow.
Her name is Water Carrying Woman. She's a Lakota Sioux, circa 1850. This is sculpted in clay. I'm about a weak 60%, but I need a strong, solid 40% to get her finished up.
Wow,
And she'll look like this when she's all done.
that's amazing.
Wow.
Is that what you need right there?
Yeah, very beautiful.
That's awesome to see.
All right.
On the piece of paper, just a quick little.
And that's how it all starts, right? With
Right
everything in life.
So then I did a little
That
a
makes
model.
sense.
I think she's 28 inches or 26. And then instead of going from a model maquette size like this, I just jumped right into the big one. I got another smaller miniature.
Gotcha.
The same piece, but usually the formula is
bigger.
You do this one, and then you do the bigger. But this one, I'm like, I'm not getting paid for the small one right now. I'm getting paid for the big one.
So let's put
So
our
I was
priorities
want to
there.
do that. But so I start out with this, and then I do this.
Right.
Like I make all my own everything, and then I have a model, and then she modeled for me, and then I build it up from there.
Have it in your head.
So
you see it. You know what it
So
looks
do you
like.
see all these small little beads?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about how much time you have in these
Well, that's
things,
just curious. I
You
mean, that's
go
just
all
my
the way.
personal wondering.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because I build vans,
Yeah.
and the more intricate you make
Yeah.
the van, the longer it takes. And
So-
everything's in the details.
Yep.
And you can make something
Exactly.
very, very crude and very fast, or
Yeah.
you have to do crude and then the hours of detail work that come
Yeah.
into things. That's the skill. That's the specialty,
Yeah.
right? In my opinion.
It is.
And that's when I put a touch on a camper van or a travel trailer. That's the kind of same thing as when you're putting your special touch on these final pieces, right?
Yep. So you start with the drawing, you do all this, and then you create something like this, and all these. So you're putting all this in there. While you're working on that, you're constantly thinking on the big piece, and you're working on. In my mind, I'm sculpting as I'm painting it, and I know how it's going to be executed, and then I just hammer into it. And it's going to be a fountain too.
Here's some of his work, guys, right here on Google if you'd like to look it up and check him out. He's going to be doing a lot of stuff here and hopefully in other towns, right?
Right.
There you go. You got to donate something when you come in, right?
Well,
Hey.
no, they can just send it here because I'm trying to get more of these done.
So, do you have a PayPal?
No.
Anything like
So
that?
I live out in the teepee.
I know you do, but how can my subscribers send something to donate towards you? What can they do?
Well, how do they do that? What can they do? The old mail and stamp. They could.
There you go.
They
Send
could
it
do
right
it like
here.
that and send a check. They can do things like that. But I'm not.
Not
I'm
technique.
so. I live out in the teepee. I live in a wall tent with 4 horses, 1 dog, and a cat.
Life is good, right?
And it's cold sometimes.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why you need a little one like this to snuggle to.
Yeah.
That's how we keep warm in the
Yeah.
van, you know.
Yeah, and I make. They said they asked me for a business card, and I said, sorry, I don't have a business card, brochure, cell phone, landline, laptop. I don't have nothing. And I live out there in the world, and I live. You know, that's what I do. When I get out of here, this building, I'm unconnected.
In any
But
way.
I'm kind of, it's
Being here during the day connects you, right? In a way, because
Well, I don't know. I'm out there and I'm chopping wood at 9:30 at night and building a fire in my teepee and cooking up in the streams and the Milky Way. There's no lights around me.
no light pollution, and you're watching the stars. You're watching, the stars flying across
Yeah.
I get it.
So I get out of the teepee to take a leak in the morning and I've got dew on my feet and it's cold and higher elevation where I live and that's just how I'm striving to get a little cabin, but
It works.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
But I am out, so it's hard to get a hold of me. I do have an email that I check through the computer. here.
Now, what is that? What is that?
Star Studio, SD, like South Dakota,
Huh?
at gmail.com.
All right, guys. Well, if you want to get a hold of him, that's the way to do it right there through the studio.
Yeah.
But I want to say a huge thank you for stopping us, coming and saying hi to us, and telling us your story. That's what being on YouTube and us traveling is really all about, is finding and hearing stories just like
Well, if
you
want
told
to
us.
come out tomorrow and Friday, I can give you eye candy for your viewers where how I live. They can actually see how I do it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Actually, you're telling them,
But
if they're
seeing.
gonna be around, you can actually do a quick and say, "Whoa, she's legit."